Okay, so I'm taking a few minutes in response to one of my subscribers. I think her name is Mary. Hi, Mary. And she wondered what the measurements were on the actual topper, the Godiva long mono topper. I think that's what they call this. So what I've done, as you can see here, is I've just spread the whole topper out, and I've got the inside. The underneath side is facing up. These two combs go toward the back of the scalp. These two combs go toward the front of the scalp. And so really this whole area right here, which I'm going to lift up in a moment, is the actual fringe, or as us Americans say, the bangs. So that's pretty much all of it. And this is in the color Silverstone. There is no yellow in this piece, not that I can see. Okay, so you can see, oh, this one, probably I should remove this. Apparently on the Godiva website, they do not have the measurements either, so I'll make sure I upload this to the description below. Okay, so there's the fringe or the bang area. Now let me just turn this around. So you can see there it all is. Now in a perfect world, my measuring tape would be on my hip, and it is. But that doesn't mean the world is perfect. If it were only that simple, right? Okay, so let's measure. Now, there's a couple of different measurements that I can see here, and I'll explain that in a minute. But the longest part of the fringe is, I would say, front fringe, is going to be about 10 inches. And that, you know, it gets kind of thin as you go down toward the end. But I have to tell you, I did cut it a little bit because it was a little bit too long for me. I wanted it to match the length of my hair. So you're going to get about another inch, maybe an inch and a half of length when you get it delivered to you. So the bulk of it is 10. The longest part is 10, but the thickest part of it is 6. And then there's another part, even smaller, is 3. So when you put this, and I'm going to put it on my head in a moment. So when you actually put it on, the shortest part is 3, the next fullest part is 6, and then the longest part is 10. And again, I did cut a little bit off. I think I cut about an inch and a half off. All right. So then the rest of it, it really does look like hair. I mean, real hair. I love the texture of it. It's very fine and silky, and it really probably is in need of a wash, and I've worn it many times, so I probably should just buy a new one because I love this thing. Now, the nape, well, not the nape, but from the top of your scalp to the longest part in the back is 12 inches. And you probably can see, let me turn it around. You probably can see here that it's somewhat angled. It's not straight across, right? So the shortest part, is this part of the bang? Yeah, that's part of the bang. So the shortest part from the top, you know, toward the back of the sides and the back of your scalp is 10. And then the longest part is about 12. 12 and a half. Again, you can cut this. I cut it myself. It wasn't hard to cut at all. Ask one of your girlfriends who's good with scissors, or maybe your husband if you're too reticent to do it. And then again, 10 on the other side. And then the very sides, turn it sideways so I can straighten it out. So this would be from the front of your bang, like right on the side of the front bang, if that makes any sense. This is about 12. So now let me put this on for you. Another one of my subscribers wanted me to show her how I put it on.